You guys know what you heard about Patrice Lumumba, what happened to him. But he and many other leaders or ancestors or people who came before us that were voicing the independence of Africa and the continent of Africa and the people of Africa so that we can be left alone and run our country, our individual countries within the continent as freely as we see fit. But they didn't like that. They have never liked to see the black race or the African continent ever united. And you know who they are, they know who they are. They have never liked that, because if it ever happens, we'll become a powerhouse, and they literally the leader of the free world will become it if we ever unite. So you see on social media they have this diaspora war that Africans don't like black Americans don't like Africans, Caribbean, Jamaicans don't like Africans. It's all nonsense. If you play into that nonsense, you are playing right into the hand. They set up that narrative, and they're the one behind the scene, fanning the flames. And your dumb self, your emotional, sentimental stuff, you can't even think. Look at a video, go beyond your emotion, and sit there and analyze and figure out who's doing this. The very people that came to Africa, colonized us, took our brothers and sisters, brought them to the Americas and enslaved them. And some of them remain in Africa and they enslaved some of us in our own country. Which one is worse? That you were enslaved, taken out of your country, taken to another land to be enslaved, and those that were left behind were also enslaved in their own villages, in their own country, and they are still enslaved till today. Why do you think the continent, most of the continent is still poor? Why do you think that? They may put black leaders that are in office in the individual countries in Africa, but most of the leaders are just nothing more than a puppet for the ruling globalist elite. We're just speaking some coded languages today. Most of the African leaders are nothing more than a puppet. I didn't say all, I say most. If you're not a puppet, no need to get offended. If you're a puppet, then you get your panties and your boxers tied up in a knot. But back to Patrice Lumumba. So they kill him, they murder him, they slaughter him. The videos all over social media. They dismember his body parts. What I don't understand with these people, right? They went to America. They took the Native American and took their land from them. Remember that story? They took the Native American land from them, slaughtered most of them through disease and war, and then got a little section and gave it to them. They called it the reserve. So they put them on the reserve. It's like somebody came and broke into your house, killed most of your family members, maybe a few of you who survived. They put you in the closet and say that's your space. So they put them on the reserve, right? Then they came and wrote about it. The Native American called them savages. You who came into the people's land, you invaded the land, you brought your diseases, you killed them, you slaughtered them, you took over the land, put them on a little spot you call reserve. Then you have the audacity to call them savages. Who the true savages? You wasn't satisfied. You went to Africa, or you came to Africa, got the Africans, took some of the brothers and sisters and family members, brought them to America as slaves, and you left some in Africa. Took Patrice Lumumba. What's the other guy name? King Leopold. You know King Leopold of Belgium. How he slaughtered the Africans in Congo, chopped their hands off. It's still in museum till today. They even made chocolate out of their hand, the black people hand, ate it. Then you did all of that to the Africans. Then you call the African barbarics. You said they are barbarics and they are cannibals. But you're the one making chocolate out of their hands and eating it. So who's the true barbarics? Who's the true savages? Who's the true cannibals? You see, the very thing they accuse you of is what they are made of. But they accuse you to distract you from looking at them. I want you to hear this video. You see the man who talking? All right.
The West murdered Patrice Lumumba. They then dismembered him. They then dissolved him in acid and sent one of his teeth back to Brussels for safekeeping, for DNA.
Wow.
It was only returned to the Congo last year. He hated Belgian colonist government that was finally having to leave power. Took this fine man, probably the greatest of all African leaders, and murdered him. The West murdered Patrice Lumumba. They then dismembered him. They then dissolved him in acid and sent one of his teeth.
You know my issue with this? Why I really have issue with all these videos? That truth is coming out left, right, and center. Truth is being exposed and brought to light. But nobody is being held responsible and accountable to pay for what they have done. That's what I have an issue with. Where is the moral outcry? Where is the protest around the world? Both black and white. Anybody who's a human being and wants justice for all. Where is the moral outcry? There should be protests all over the world. That what you did to this man, that's a human being, you killed him. Then you burned him and dissolved his body in acid. And you kept one of his tooth for DNA. I'm sure that tooth is somewhere in some kind of museum. The man said was just brought back this year, 2025. But all this wickedness that has been brought to light has been exposed. Nobody's being held responsible. Nobody's being held accountable. Nobody's being made to pay. Is that justice? Is that fair? I just want to know. You talk to me. Because if this was done to somebody, some West, if you flip the script on the other side, and this was Africans doing this to any Western or European, it's going to be a reason for World War III. Or it's going to be a reason, an invitation to come to that particular person or that particular government in Africa and deal with them. Just like one of your congressmen or senator in the U.S., there's a video going all over social media that he said that it was during President Obama regime that Boko Haram and the Chibok girls, they were under Obama. He didn't want to support Boko Haram for those girls to be kidnapped. Nobody's asking for justice. If that was another country who did that to America, it didn't be peace on this earth. Those 300 girls, where are they? Were they ever found? Somebody should bring justice to them. Go and contact the American government and say, okay, this happened to your government did this. Because one of your president did it. Granted, he's no longer in power, but your government still did this. So where is the justice for those girls? Where is the justice? So it's not, I'm glad that all these truths are coming to light, but it's not enough just to have the truth be exposed. Why are no one being held accountable? Why nobody's being paid? Why there is no justice for the wickedness and the evil, demonic, satanic, diabolical things that have been done to Africa, to Africans and the black race, and it's continuing. And we just talk about it and say, yeah, that's it. And this man, and then we'll finish. We'll just go back our merry way. Why? Why? There must be a moral outcry. And I believe the time has come for Africa to rise. And when I say Africa, I mean black people all over the world. I'm not talking about just we who are Africans born in Africa, living in Africa. No, I live in America for a few years, over 30 years. Praise the Lord, I'm home now. June will make me 2 years since I came home. And I don't regret that decision. Only regret I have is I should have moved 10 years ago. But anyway, before I digress. And since I came home, I'm on a mission to call my people to come home. Because who's going to build Africa up? If not you, who? If not now, when? Who's going to clean up Africa and make her beautiful, make her safe, and make her great again? If not you, if not me, if not you, who? If not now, when? If not now, when? If we don't do it, who else will do it? We can't continue to stay in the Western nation, in the diaspora, and work like slaves and build up those people's nation. They take half our paychecks in taxes, and we build up the nation, build up the country. At the end, you have nothing left. You have worked till you are tired, you are broke, busted, disgusted. They put you up in a nursing home and give you diapers, adult diapers to wear, and put you on 50, 20 different pills to take. And before you even begin to enjoy your retirement that you have worked for, you don't got your ass dead, or you know, wheelchair, or you got Alzheimer or dementia. It's all a game. That's what they call it, American dreams. You gotta be sleeping to believe it. That's what I heard. But I think I digress, or maybe I didn't. But leave your comment in the comment section. Why is nobody being held responsible or accountable for the wickedness and the evil that have been done to Africa, and it's still being done? Why? Let me know why. Talk to me.